That's Macy Gray on Freedom FM, and before Sweet Baby you were listening to Greg, who'll be back on your radio next Monday at 8 p.m. So here we are again, you and me on the night cruise. My name is Feargal, and for the next 2 hours I'm going to do my best to play you some of the greatest romance, relaxing and chill melodies from the 90s and noughties. And as well as the music, I've got lots of other things planned for you to do this evening. A little bit later on, I'll give you the opportunity to get involved in our triple threat game. And not only that, I want to get some Tuesday shifting on with you in a few moments' time. And if you want to reach out to me for any reason whatsoever, but especially if you're in love with someone, feeling loved up by someone, or are alone and missing your love, then shoot me over a WhatsApp or text to 085 2899092. And if you're minded to send a WhatsApp, then why not use the voice note feature, because I do like to hear from you. If you want to email me, then it's hello@freedomfm.ie or voice actor Fergs on Threads, Insta and Blue Sky. This is the Night Cruise from Freedom FM. Thank you for joining me this evening. And if you're new to the show, you're more than welcome on in. And if you're returning, what can I say but, are you a glutton for punishment? Only joking. You know I love the fact that you're here. Thank you for coming. Now, as it's just past 11 on a Tuesday evening, that means only one thing. It's time to get some Tuesday shifting on. And if you're wondering what that means, simply put, I want to hear from you if you are like me on the graveyard shift. So you could be in the factory, or you could be driving, maybe you're caring tonight. It doesn't matter what you're doing in work. We want to hear from you. So get in touch and tell us who you are, where you're working, what you're doing in work, and what, if anything, is getting you through your shift. So it's 085 2899092 on text or WhatsApp to celebrate everyone who's in the world of work this evening by getting a Tuesday shifting shout out on the radio. From summer 2001, that's Reddish and a track called You I Am Thinking Of on Freedom FM's Night Cruise. And you know what? A few people have sent me in some romance requests on email. So before we go any further, let me say good evening to Lorna Jacobson in Nina, who says, Feargal, can you play a love song for my wonderful partner, Ian Tucker, who has a birthday on Wednesday 24th. Please tell him that he's such a kind and supportive partner and father to our kids, Becca and Dan. Happy birthday to you, Ian, and thank you so much, Lorna, for getting in touch. Now, here's another email, and this one comes in from Heidi Carter in Roskay, who says, Feargal, can you send birthday wishes to my husband, Adrian Carter? He has a big birthday on Wednesday, 24th of April, so can you please send him all my love? Of course I can, Heidi, and thank you for getting in touch, and of course, happy birthday, Adrian. Now remember, if you want to be sure of getting your special mention on Freedom FM, then all you got to do is send us in an email in advance to hello@freedomfm.ie, and we will get your message on the radio on the day and at the time that you want. Now, finally for now, here's another email that came in earlier today from Austin Bartlett, who says, Feargal, would you please give a mention and play a love song for my amazing partner, Cora Rowlands. We've just celebrated 8 years together, and Cora is truly the best thing that's ever happened to me. So for Cora and Austin, Heidi and Adrian, as well as Lorna and Ian, here's some Ronan. Good. That's Shakira on the Night Cruise from Freedom FM, where it's time now to get some Tuesday shifting on. And if you're wondering what Tuesday shifting is all about, basically every Tuesday at this time we like to hear from and give a mention to anyone who's working. So let's start this evening shifting by saying hello to Gordon Little, who sent me in this email to say, hi Feargal, would you get a shift on with me this evening? Of course I will, Gordon. I'm working as the night shift manager in a care home in Dublin. I'm looking after the patients and staff until 8 in the morning. Currently I'm doing some paperwork in the office while listening to Freedom FM before heading out to see our patients. Thank you for getting in touch, Gordon, and keep up the good work. Now, Phil Beck is in his cab in Galway this evening. Feargal, says Phil, I'm driving around the city of tribes, taking clients to places they want to go. It's a bit slow at the moment. I'm parked up on the Air Square rank, listening to Freedom FM, drinking some coffee, and looking forward to finishing off at 2 a.m. Thank you for sending in your message, Phil, and stay safe on the roads tonight, won't you? And finally, for this round of Tuesday shifting, I want to say hello to Nina Smith, who wants to get some shifting on from Dublin Airport. Feargal, says Nina, I'm the night auditor at a hotel near the airport. Along with my colleague Ellie, we're responsible for the running of this hotel until 7 tomorrow morning. I'm on a short break now, listening to Freedom FM before going back to work in about 30 minutes. Thank you for getting in touch, Nina, and I hope both you and Ellie have a good shift. Now remember, if you're at work this evening and fancy getting a Tuesday evening shifting shout out, then get in touch on WhatsApp to 085 28 99092. And if you can send me in a voice note, I'd really love to hear from you. It's Freedom FM and The Night Cruise, the best in love and relaxing songs on your radio every evening between 11 and 1. Now, before we cross over midnight and start our triple threat game, I need to do one last round of Tuesday shifting. And I'll do that by saying hello and good evening to Sean Carter, who's been in touch from Cork to say, Feargal, I'm the night porter at a residential apartment block in the city centre. I'll be looking after our residents until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Currently, I have Freedom FM on my tablet on the desk here in reception, and it's the music that's getting me through to my shift end. Thank you, Sean, for getting in touch, and I hope you have a quiet one tonight. And this evening's final Tuesday shifting shout out goes to Olivia Becker, who sent me in this WhatsApp from Dublin. Feargal says, Olivia, this evening I'm working in my job as a telephonist in an ambulance dispatch. I'm on my break at the moment and listening to Freedom in the canteen. Can you say hello to me before I'm back on dispatch at midnight? Of course I can, Olivia. Hello. Now, if you liked hearing what other people get up to at work on a Tuesday night, well, you know what you got to do. Tell a friend and come back next Tuesday just after 11 when we'll do it all over again. From 2001, that's Brittany on Freedom FM's Night Cruise, where it's just gone 5 past midnight on Wednesday, the 24th of April. Thank you for joining me. How are you this morning? My name is Feargal, and between now and 1, I'm going to play you the best of 90s and noughties love and relaxing chill songs. And because it's Wednesday morning, that means it's time to play our triple threat game. Now, if you haven't played this game before, well, grab a seat and let me tell you how you can get involved. You see, just before the show started, I went into our production studio where I found 3 famous 90s or noughties relaxing or romance songs, and I put them on the record player. I sped one up, I slowed one down, and I left one as it was. Then I put them all together into one short snippet, which I'm going to play for you in a moment. And all you have to do to be in with a shot of possibly winning yourself a name check on the radio in a bit is to tell me what 3 songs it is that I have mixed up. So, with all that as clear as muck, let's have a listen to this week's triple threat, shall we? Right, so if you know what 3 songs they are and would like to be in with a shot of that name check on the radio in a bit, then all you gotta do is shoot me over your answer on text or WhatsApp to 085 28 99092 and tell me what 3 songs these are. Oh, 08528999092 if you know what 3 songs they are, and if I get any wrong answers, I'll tell you some of those right after I get through some romance shoutouts, which are next. This is The Night Cruise from Freedom FM, and it's nice to hang out with you again this morning. And if you want to reach out to me, it's 085 28999092 on WhatsApp and text. And that's where Rory Harvey sent this message, who says, Feargal, I would love it if you could tell my wife Zoe Harvey that the last few years together have been great and that I look forward to many more years to come together with her. Zoe will be at work on Wednesday morning, and I know she'll be listening because she always listens to Freedom FM on her headphones at work. Please tell her that I love her so much, says Rory. Now, Kate Randall has sent me in this WhatsApp, and she says, Feargal, can you give a romance shout out to my husband Owen Randall and to me? We've been celebrating our wedding anniversary all day today, and I wanted to finish the day by telling him on the radio that I love him with all of my heart. Happy wedding anniversary, Kate and Owen. And finally for this morning, here's a Threads DM from Cassie Watts, who says, Fergs, can you please play a love song for my lovely girlfriend, Lena Nolan? Tell her that she means the world to me and that I love her with all of my being. This is Freedom FM's Night Cruise, where we're in the middle of playing this week's triple threat game, and so many of you have been in touch with your guesses, and this morning I asked you to tell me what 3 songs these are. unfortunately, some of you sent in some wrong answers, including Alicia Keys and Falling, By Your Side by Sade, and Rule the World from Take That. So, do you know what 3 songs these are? And fancy possibly getting a name check on the radio in a bit, then get in touch on text or WhatsApp to 085 2899 092 and be quick, because the answer is next. Good morning. I hope you're well this morning. You're listening to Freedom FM's Night Cruise, and so many of you have been sending in your guesses for this week's Triple Threat game. And the task I set you was to tell me what 3 90s or noughties love songs I have mushed up into this little snippet. Like I said, so many of you got this correct, but as the computer here in the studio only gives me 4 names to read out at any one time, I can only say hello, good morning and well done to Noel O'Sullivan, who got in touch from Ferndale, Gabby Muller, who sent her answer in from Lucan, Percy Beard, who's over in Coolock this morning, and Isabel Walsh, who got in touch from Ballyfermot, who all correctly said that this week's Triple Threat are... wait a moment. Can you do me a solid? If you enjoyed playing along with this week's Triple Threat, then tell a friend and come back next Wednesday just after midnight when we will do it all over again. As for this week, in reverse order, the Triple Threat are Sleeping Satellite from Tasman Archer, The Scorpions' Winds of Change, and U2's The Sweetest Thing. That was the last of our Triple Threat for this week. That's Tasman Archer, and Sleeping Satellite tells me that that is all the mess I can make of your radio this morning. Thank you for your company. Both you and your messages made the show this morning. Now, Nikki B, she'll do the next night cruise at 11 p.m. tonight, and Mike will have your breakfast served up for you at 11. Alan will do the Freedom Years at 7, and up next, Darren takes over with his Essential Beats live from New York. As for me, I'll be back on Monday at midnight with another night cruise. Until then, thank you for your time this time. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.